a 5K, that I could just do some small things that really could actually make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And like all of you, making a difference in people's lives is just huge. And by the way, I'm in South Texas right now. I spend part of the year in northern Minnesota, but I'm a Minneapolis person. So
Mm-hmm.
I just heard another Minneapolis person, and I heard Craig say he's been in Minnesota. So,
Oh yeah.
all right.
We'll be back again in June. Every year, June is Wheelchair Sports Camp in Rochester. So be back there
down
again.
there. I'll be seeing you, kiddo.
Oh, that's good. We're going to have a Habits of Health party there. And so, well, we'll talk later, but we're going to do something fun.
Right. Okay.
This is hot off the press, folks. Hot off the press. Anyhow, so glad you joined us, Joan. It's so just thrilled to work with you and to have you be part of our team here. So we've got some fun stuff in store for you guys. I want to just let you know the last challenge was very, very successful. And so we can take what we've done in that last 28-day challenge and really, for some of those of you that are newer, the 28-day challenge is just a little context, a little bubble for what we always do. And it's an opportunity for people to get connected into our community and allow some of our health to rub off on them, right? When you hang around healthy people, that health can rub off on you, right? And so that's one of the benefits here of getting people in a community like this is those types of things happen. So they get in, and I always look at it, we find people that raise their hand and they say, I'm not as healthy as I want to be, and I want to do something. Or maybe I need a little bit of extra support for the holidays, just to kind of stay a little bit more on track and not get as far off track like I normally do when I don't have that support. So that's the minimum that the challenge will give you. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, that's a 1. Now, some people will get in and participate and have a ball. And so they might be like at a 5. Some people will get in, they'll participate, and they'll say, but I want more than just tips. I want like practical coaching. I want to help with my food. I want help with my mindset. I'd like to go. And so that's like a full 10. And people decide what number they are. And usually while we're interviewing them with a goal session, we start to uncover their needs. And then we go whatever level they want. But if somebody wants full support, I'm going to give it to them. If somebody wants to just check out the challenge, well, I'm going to let them in. So we're going to talk a little bit about, actually, before we jump into too much of the challenge, Cassina, you had a bit of an epiphany around the coaching guide and around the whole structure of what we're doing. And it kind of pertained a little bit to the call we just had. And we just had this, and I didn't even tell you I was going to have you talk about this. But what you said earlier was so simple and clear. I'd just like you to share it with the rest of the team.
Well, I've been really focused and set a goal of working through my life book, but I'm not as far along as Joan, my client. And so, but what's so incredible about our coaching guide is I showed her tonight too, is that we have a synopsis in each element. So you don't have to be ahead. You don't have to have done that element to coach a client through it, because you can read about it and it's so simple. It's so easy. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said, oh, and Joan goes, oh, like Cliff Notes. Like, yeah, Cliff Notes with pertinent questions, and you can ask those things and they'll give you their unique answer. And then you can either move them, say, well, I recommend we move to the next one, or let's spend a little bit more time here, right? Those are kind of your two options. And so I just want you all to know that if you haven't been going through the life book yourself, or if you don't have the coaching guide, if you don't have a physical copy, you can order one. You can download one, right? There's also a digital copy of it, right? But if you don't have the coaching guide and you're not going through the life book, I just want to say, why not? Get some for you. This program is not just about helping other people and skipping you. I want you to really hear me. You know, when we say, what element are you on? It's like, what element are you? Are you going through it with your coach? and it's just awesome. So anyhow, thank you, Casina. Thank you, Joan. Thanks for the example. And for those of you that haven't started on it, I just want to give it something really simple. So actually, if there's any of you that haven't started your life book, go get it right now. Just get up and go get it if you haven't started it yet, but you have it. Okay, maybe all of you started it. Yep. And if you haven't started it, what I want you to do is just open up the first page, write your name in the front. Now you've started. That's just that simple thing. I'm going to get to it. Oh, I'll have some time this weekend. Oh, I'll have that. Right? Just you start with your name. Look at you, Joan. Good job. You start and you just put your name in the front. There you go. Yep. Darla's got her name in the front. And then all you have to do is you open it up every day. You can read if you want. You don't have to read it. But if you just open this book up every day, Eileen, good job. Open it up eventually you'll get through this, because eventually you'll start to read. Patty and I started on this, and she said, my goal is to open it every day for 7 days. And we thought, well, I ain't going to do anything, open it. But it sure did, right? Because before long, she was reading. And before long, she was learning. And before long, her life started to change. Wow. So make sure that you're getting some of this for you. It's not just about, like Dan Bell said, I was just skimming through this because I knew it, I knew that. And he never went back to those things. And he was missing out. Yeah, Eileen, hi.
So, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Dan Bell and a couple other people were talking about, already, I'm a coach. I already know this. But to actually, it really inspired me to really commit. And I really like that idea of making, at least I put it in my notes, to put it in my calendar as a rock to spend 10, 15 minutes reading it every day. I want to show you my book. I took it, this is a couple months ago, and I took it with me to travel, to take the train from Seattle to Vancouver. And I swear, I closed my coffee cup, snapped it closed, and it was in a bag with this. But for some reason, it opened up and it went all over. And I said, well, that's a sign. I don't have to read this book. Lousy excuse, huh?
Yeah. Get some for you. Yep. No, get some, go through it. If this book is not a weight loss book, it's a book that really helps you to start to author your story. You get to write, let's say your life was a movie, and you get to write what the next scene's going to be. You get to figure out how much adventure is going to be in your movie, how much, romance potentially, how much activity. You get to figure out all these things because you get to start writing about it and figuring out the details. And it has a lot of the mechanics of sleep and eating and all that stuff too. There's a little bit of everything in there. So now we're going to switch topics a little bit. And basically, we've got some topics. So in the next challenge, we need people that are going to be doing holiday recipes and looking up, not just posting them, but actually finding out recipes that are holiday centric. And I know a bunch of you guys you took the little survey that I had put out earlier about, I'm looking it up right now, and it was, hold on a second here, the challenge content. And I'm going to put it again on here so you guys can actually go in and fill it out right now. I'm going to put it in the chat. Here it is. So you can click that and then you can fill that out now, or I'll put it on our Facebook group as well. But if you click that now, it'll open up a form in a window. And then you can do it later, but it'll just be opened. A watch party. Wouldn't you like to know? Why don't you Google that, Debbie? anyway, so that's the little form to figure these things out. But here's some of the stuff that we're going to do as far as the content goes. We're going to have holiday recipes. We're going to have like transformation pictures, kind of before and afters, things like that. So there's a lot of these new turkey shots where people holding up, 30 pounds of turkey and they say, that's what I lost. So those are some fun things. We're also going to have the daily action video. So that is what a lot of you signed up for before, and I've got a list of what those look like that, so you guys can see the different options as far as those go. Let me find that here. There it is. No, holiday lives. There they are. I'm going to share this for you. So these are we're going to have 20, 28, 27, 29, 24 daily live action videos. And so that's the topic with the action item. And so I'm just going to share my screen here so you guys can see what this looks like. The first week is setting your goals and healthy mindset, right? And so the first day is goal getting set up for success. Set up your notifications in the Facebook group so you get the notifications. And then I'm going to be talking about how do you want to feel fast forward into the future. You wake up January 1st, and how do you want to surprise? How do you want to show up, right? And then structural dynamics and using the structural tension charts. And then I was thinking we can also tell them about the Habits of Health app, where they can download the Habits of Health app and start getting some of that benefit. And then holidays are really only about 5 challenging meals. And somebody says, I'm going to wait until January to get healthy because I have all these parties I got to do. Really, it's 5 different meals and a lot of time in between that you can actually take a lot of ground, right? And then day 4 is going to be on bundling activities. And so Diane, you want to talk a little bit about that? Because you brought that up earlier, and I thought you had some good stuff to share on what that means, bundling activity.
So bundling. Well, Craig, that came from you. You challenged me once because I was having a hard time doing something I hated doing. Of course, that's another topic for another day, but you challenged me to do it with something that I do every single day. I never miss it, rain or shine or whatever, and that's going out for my run and with my dog and my husband. And so I did it before that. And then my reward was to do the thing I love to do. So, and it happens now, whereas it wasn't happening before.
That's so good.
It really is a very effective strategy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did that when I'm doing like finances or reconciling my checking account. Is I watch Star Trek. So I go into my office to watch Star Trek. Oh, and I just happened to be reconciling my checkbook, but I went there to watch Star Trek. And so she's going on a run. Oh, but there's one thing I have to do before I go on the run. It's this thing that she doesn't want to do. So it becomes the reward to doing the thing that you don't want to do. So anyway, that's that topic there. Let's see here. Let me share my screen again. So you guys, I'll give you access to this. I think you already have. It's in our Google Drive. But processing your thoughts through a pen is another term for journaling. Right? Because I think journaling is so important. We have to have it again in this one. And then the importance of sleep. But here's one thing that we didn't do last time. So nobody is signed up this week. So I just showed this to you, right? But so you're going to put your names in here, and then I'm going to, if you haven't done one of these, I'm going to help you get set up so you can be successful in that. But what I'd like to do is we're going to keep our huddle to 30 minutes. Right? So it's not going to be an hour on Saturdays. It'll just be 8 to 8:30. And then what I'd like to do is have the different people that actually were recording the little Facebook lives, that they can be there and we can talk a little bit about their topic. And then I'll have a kind of a topic where I want to move people. I want to move people in as inside as possible to the Optavia, the mothership of Optavia, because that's going to give them the most protection for their long-term, journey, right? And when they are fully inside of Optavia, they have the best chance of lifelong transformation. So they may only want to do the challenge. My goal is to help them get as much resistance to the habits of disease as possible. And I know Optavia does that. So I'm going to be bringing people little by little by little, and hopefully by the end of the challenge, they will want to be part of this because they'll see the value in being here, the personal benefit of it. And then we're going to do the importance of sleep. So you guys can read through these different ones and you can go in and fill these out. They, just so you know, they are in the Google folder, the Google Drive folder that was the 28-day Healthy Self Challenge. You guys all have access to that. And then in the Holiday 28, this is the Holiday 28. This is the new daily live videos. That was the sheet that I was just on. So go in here and put your name in here. We've got your map or your GPS to navigate through potlucks, holiday party tips, stop challenge shoes, coming up with a good plan, why gaming your health doesn't work. Have you ever had people that say, I'm going to save up all my points and then I'm going to spend them all in the evening because they do that other program? And I kept thinking about them. Well, I guess you're winning on that point system. Meanwhile, they're not losing weight. They're not getting healthy. They're not doing anything that's good, but they got their points. And it's like the whole point of the points is to see you actually transition into a healthy body that you get to live in. It's not about gaming a point system. Your life is not a video game. Anyway, so there's some topics on here. We still have a few more that we're going to come up with, but I'd like you guys to go in and pick a topic and help and get yourself on the list so you can build the skills, but also you can be part of the creation of what we're creating. And anybody can do that. Even the new folks, you're welcome to come on and full training is offered. I train you on the full thing. Does anybody want to come off last time that did one for the first time that was scared to death, but you did it anyway, and kind of talk about your experience? Because a lot of you guys grew like massive, massive personal growth when you did that.
I did.
Lynn Ann, yeah. Hi.
Yeah, it was scary. It was surreal. I don't know how
you did two of them. You went back for seconds.
I did. And it was hysterical and like mixed reviews, I will tell you. I think I mentioned to you, one lady was like, oh, I saw you in the video and you were such a professional. And some other lady was like, oh my gosh, I saw you. You were so funny.
Yeah.
I really like, pull it in, Lynn, pull it in, so I'm not like, wow, out there. And what great practice, because not just on a video, but how you carry on a conversation with a regular human being. I mean, I've had conversations with most of you, half of you, and it can get a little crazy. Like it's not really a spider web, right, Debbie and Bessie? They know.
That's funny. Yeah. So here, there's a new term. It's called social. You've heard of intellectual intelligence or IQ, and you've heard of emotional intelligence. EQ. Well, there's a new thing. I don't know if it's really a thing, but Alex and I made it up there. It's called social intelligence, or SI. Right? I don't know if it's really a thing, but you know it. You're thinking of somebody that's socially awkward, and they have a low social intelligence. Right? We can develop our social intelligence by doing some of these things. And that's what community helps us to do. And so we're all getting better at being, so Lynn Ann, you've come so far. You used to talk and go off on tangents, and you keep yourself on track now, girl. Look at you. Like, so good. So, so those are the daily action videos, movement and exercise, social situations. There's going to be a lot of that will really pertain to the season that we're going through. There's going to be a daily health tip post. I'll probably create most of those because I'm actually borrowing those from challenges that we do. So that's easy for me to create that content. But that's going to be like the daily post with a photo and just some information kind of a thing. And then next thing that we're going to do is, and I want some of your input on this, we're going to do something called units. And I'm going to show you what a unit does. This is brand new to Facebook. We were using topics last time. Well, units are even more awesome, right? So let me show you what a unit looks like in Facebook. Let me share my screen here. Boom. You guys, I think you guys are going to love this. I'm giving you this education because I know you guys are going to have questions, and other people might have questions too. But if for those of you that are in there right now, you'll go in you won't go to the discussion board, which is like the big wall of awesome, and instead you're going to go into what we call units. And units will come up with like one. It's called getting started, and there's 3 units that are in there. So when you first go to the challenge, it's going to take you to unit number 1, and it's going to show you, welcome, watch this video, right? And then when you're done watching that video, you click on, down the bottom, you click the box that says done. And we'll be able to tell that they've watched the video, and they get almost like they get points for watching the video. Then they're going to take the beginning questionnaire. And when they do that, they click done. And of course, we'll get the results from the questionnaire too. And the third one is invite somebody, send a message and invite your friend. And it talks about how, here's what you can say to people, and you can invite somebody. And so unit 1 is the only unit that's done, but we're going to have units for each week. And so week 1, healthy mindset, we'll have our daily action video will go in there. We'll have some interactive posts. We'll have like an action post. It'll say actions for today. And people will go in and put their action item that they're going to do that day. And at the end of the day, they'll come back and they'll put in the action item they did at the end of the day. And the recipes will be in there. So everything's going to be in these little modules as they go through the weeks. And so if you joined late, you can still start with week 1, and you can go through it and get all your points. And it'll say, your units, whatever unit is completed. Does that make sense? Anybody have any questions about that? So it's a little more gamified, and it shows I'm doing stuff. Go ahead.
Hey Craig, I'm glad you're doing this, because I had a couple people at the very. Sorry.
That's okay.
No.
You're back.
Where am I? I don't see myself. What did I do?
That's okay. You just muted yourself. We can still hear you.
Okay. So, she says, I really don't like it. She says, it's too confusing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of guided her, but she says, no, I'm not going to be participating.
Yeah. Well,
she's a negative person,
the classic thing there, though, Eileen, is the confused mind doesn't move forward. The confused mind gets stuck and goes and does something that's not confusing unless you know how to solve it. And so we're cleaning up some of that. And so the challenge is going to be a lot cleaner. We're going to work through those things. And so thanks for that input.
And then, the other day, another woman, she said, well, I don't know what to do. And so I guided her. I told you a little bit about her. She said, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I guided her to the welcome. And then she says, but I don't see day 1. And it was at the bottom versus at the top. And so I got her through the weeds. But this looks like it's a bit more organized. So I appreciate
and
that.
Organized. Yep. And so here's what I have. So there's a couple things that I want your guys' input on, and it is interactive post ideas, because people in this challenge, you can only comment. You won't be able to post, and we're trying to keep the chatter down with that. And so some ideas, maybe one of the posts for the day, an interactive post, is, what do you love about your coach? And so the people that have coaches will be able to post, I don't have a coach, or here's what I love about my coach. Another idea is your area of focus, like which out of the 6 macro habits, which 2 are you working on, or which one are you working on? So that will be one of the days, probably early on, one of the interactive post ideas, because we want to have things that engage people that they have to do something with. But quite honestly, I wanted to get some of your opinions about interactive posts. You can either type them in the chat in the chat window, or you can just come off of mute and toss them out there. But let's just do a little bit of brainstorming here.
Okay, how about win of the week?
The win of the week. Yep. And so that's like, what are you celebrating? So that might be on a Sunday. We could have the win of the week, or on a Friday, maybe something like that. What day would you, I don't know what.
I would say probably Saturday, maybe.
Saturday.
Wrap.
Okay.
Saturday.
That's great. The win of the week. So that's just, what are you celebrating this week that you had success on?
What
Great.
went well. Yeah.
Yep.
What went well.
I'm thinking of one that if there was pastries in the break room, or like just said no, we could have a just said no post, and they could post like a photo of a just said no situation, something like that. You guys are all like, yeah. We're doing this, guys. We get to create this. What else? Debbie, you said water, I think. I read your lips. That's funny. So like every Wednesday, maybe there could be a Water Wednesday post that's, I don't know, I got in my water or something. We could figure out Water Wednesday.
How about a big dream?
A big dream.
What's
Okay.
your
I got to
big
start. I was
dream?
just going to say that. I was going to say like dangerous dreams or something.
Ooh.
So as people go through, like a big dream, like at the beginning of the challenge, I didn't really think of this, but now, wow, my mind is really opening up to possibilities. So something.
Yeah, I talked today. I did a bunch of Facebook posts about disabled dreams and how we need to undisable our dreams, because as we get older, our dreams become disabled. So big, dangerous dream area. Ooh, I like it. We'll figure out how to use that.
Well, to add on to that, you guys tell me what you think. I'm thinking, and how you can make it a reality. What is one step that you can do today that you can make it one step towards that reality?
So like your daily action, and that could relate to the video that has an action, I guess. I think every day should have the daily action post, like the video that says do this today. And so it might be another one to have just a daily action. All right. Thank you, Eileen. Your audio is really sketchy.
Oh, really? Is it funny now?
Well, it's coming through good now, but you never know.
Because I was going to say, if you could do, you're just giving me an idea, though, that one of those days, we could do somebody could do a live video on your dreams and talk about dreams, short-term dreams, long-term dreams. And then when they post, they can post their dream. Like, I'm just going to throw something out there. Like, I want to lose 30 pounds. You don't say when, but 30 pounds. And then what is one step that you can do today that will bring you closer to that goal?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Eileen. That's fantastic. That's like the journaling one, where it's 3 things of gratitude, 3 action items, and 3 people that you will encourage. Yeah, that's a good one. Who else?
A lot of people travel during the holidays. So maybe something, either travel games, or maybe the 3 worst choices to have in the car with you when you're traveling as far as food items, or maybe 3 of the healthiest choices. Throw out there. Yeah.
So the interactive post would be, when traveling, what's your healthy strategy? So healthy traveling strategy. Yeah.
Maybe the carpenters can come up with airplane seat isometric exercises.
Yeah, that's right. Probably.
I don't know. It's like a semi-joke, but.
No, they probably could, though.
There you
go. Awesome. Anybody else? So that's about 9 different items. We've got 20 to go. If we have one every day, we'll come up with more, but any other ideas?
can't say I have a great idea, but something related to sleep or rest
Mm-hmm.
and just not overdoing it.
So an interactive thing could be, how many hours of sleep did you get last night? That would be interactive.
I've really been liking that, the habit loop and the cue, and just, you're probably going to teach about that somewhere along the line.
I think you will.
Okay.
Can you believe she just said that? It's so good. So good. Yeah, I think we'll do habit loops. Fantastic. But I put it on there as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Because it can be so little. That part, the thing that just thrilled me last time was that it was just little tiny.
Yep. Yeah. Micro habits. Yep. Yeah, that's good. Your audio just is not coming through, Eileen. It's about every other word, unfortunately. All right. So that's another one. You got 10 now. Any more can you think of?
I'm trying to think of something pithy, but like a buddy something, but I can't think of anything with B, or a partner something where somewhere in the challenge, get a neighbor, get a friend, get your dog, like get out there and take action steps with somebody else that will help encourage you and inspire you and give you accountability.
Yeah, like who's your most supportive health buddy? Something like that.
Something like it's got a ring to it.
Yep.
I'll think about it. It'll probably be corny though.
No, it's good. I mean, we're just getting the topics, and we can wordsmith them later. It's just kind of the ideas.
So what if you figured out something that was parallel to the elf on the shelf? I don't even know what it would be, but I was just thinking, with the holiday theme, that if we could figure out something.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Absolutely.
Somebody else maybe will think of just how it would click, but it'd be kind
Dr. A on the shelf.
Dr. A on the shelf, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you like best about working with a coach?
Yep. That was oddly enough. What do you love about your coach? Yeah, that was actually the second one. That's a great idea.
No, this is a little different, Craig. So,
okay. What is it?
So what do you love about your coach? Because what do you love about your coach might be she's encouraging.
Right.
What I'm asking is, what are the benefits of working with a coach? I just lost how I said it, but what do you like best about working with coach? So I'm looking for things. I'm thinking about things like, I get accountability. I get tips. I know that she's going to care about me. I don't know. Maybe it is the same question, but just rephrased.
Yeah, we can figure out how another coaching question there. It's just showing the value that we get, because we have coaches, and a lot of people that will be in the challenge don't have coaches. And
exactly.
So show value, people make decisions. Yep. Carrie.
So I guess I'm thinking more generically rather than connected to the personality.
Okay, I got it.
How about an unsuccessful diet program you've done?
Yeah. What are the diets you've tried? Maybe. I'll put it down.
What do you do to relieve
maybe like diets. Do they work or do they not work?
Right. Yeah, that was some dieting questions there. Go on, Mandy.
Relief. How do you relieve your stress? How do you know you're under stress? What is your trigger that's telling you you're under stress? What's your trigger and what's your relief?
So what are your indicators that you're under stress? Are you aware that you can have them?
You know what happens? We spend time with family. Yeah. I've heard it said if you can stay in your adult ego state for 5 minutes once you're in that back in that family system, you're doing great. So
yeah. I've often thought about family. We don't pick our family, we only pick our friends. Right? And so you may or may not like your family. but you have to be around them. Well, you're not generally around people that you don't like, that you bring into your home, unless they're family. And you could either like them or not like them. I don't know. It's just a crapshoot. But a lot of people this holiday season, they're around people they don't care for, that they have to be around them because they kind of are polite. And whoo, baby, it is a stressful situation. We're going to have videos on that about how to handle those situations. You know, which kind of drinks and medications to take before you go.
Craig, really, no, that's serious. It's not funny.
No, I know.
It's not funny because I think we can all do good in giving tips on how to deal with Uncle Joe going to be in my home. Tips on how to get along with difficult people, maybe.
Yep. I think I caught most of that. Your audio just ain't working for you tonight. I'm so sorry, Eileen.
So Craig, I'm thinking along the lines of the health assessment. You know, what's your number one reason for getting healthier?
Okay. Health assessment question.
Right, we asked that question. And secondly, you know, who besides yourself is going to benefit the most from you getting healthier?
Yeah. It's almost like these daily interactive posts people will read and then they'll comment on them. And it's almost like it's going to take the place of the questionnaire. It doesn't have to, but it can be similar kinds of stuff. That's great. So we got 17 now. This is pretty good. Any of you guys that haven't shared yet have any ideas? And again,
you got
idea.
some great stuff in the chat, Craig.
Oh, look at the chat there.
Look at the chat.
Yep.
Also, exercise. I don't think anybody brought up exercise.
Okay. That's good. And I'll take, how do you show
what's your favorite exercise, maybe?
Yep. Kindness. That's good. Okay. So I think we've got plenty now. That's really, really good. Good job, you guys. Oh man, Carrie, that's an awesome one. Thank you, Carrie. Okay. So now we're going to, the next step, we're going to finish up here in just about 5 or 6 minutes. The idea of inviting people to the challenge. So for those of you that, I just want to show you guys that they're in the Facebook, the challenge group. All of you guys have these little, they're called Challenge Coach Trackers. Okay, so in the 28-day Healthy Self Google Drive doc, which it's the same drive you had last time. If you don't have it, we'll give it to you again. I'll actually post it on the Facebook Live here for today's Facebook Live. Anyway, go into the Challenge Coach Tracker and look at all of you guys have names in here. So Angie, you've got one in here, which is for your peeps, right? So these are the people that took your assessment. And then these are the people that you invited and you kind of moved them through goals session. So yeah, well done. So you're using this, perfect. And each one of us has a challenge coach. Now, if you didn't have one, you want to make a new one, see this one that says master template? Well, you can go in and you can open up the master template and then you can click on file and then go down and make a copy. And so you can make I made a copy and I titled it Holiday 28 Day, right? And let me see here. I'm going to put that you can view it, but you can't change it. Can view. There we go. Anyhow, and so then what I do is I go in and everybody that I invited, you actually put their name down here. So before you send them the digital invitation from the Facebook group, you put their name here, and then you send them an invitation. Now that invitation looks something like this. And I'll tell you, the reason why I'm telling you this is because some of us go, and I'm guilty of this. I go to the Facebook page, and over on the right, it says invite. And I click invite, 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 invite. That is a mechanical machine sending somebody some random invitation to a group they don't know nothing about, and it's just noise and chatter. It's lazy. I am lazy. Okay, I did it. Now, we've got a do-over, because that first challenge was a big practice, and we did pretty good. Now we're going to be professionals, right? You've all been through a challenge. So now what I did is, you guys look in the chat here, and you can see, I don't know about you, but I can use some extra support through the holidays. I've decided to be a team leader in a free 28-day Healthy Self challenge. I'd love to invite you. Are you interested in getting more info and potentially doing this with me? Just a quick reply right now would be great. So that is actually, when we say invite somebody, that's actually an invitation. And I send that over Facebook Messenger. Now, who would I know to send it to? Well, I've been posting a lot of sayings. I posted one about set your scale back 15 pounds before, and that went crazy. It went kind of viral, right? So I went and looked at everybody that shared that, and I copied that message and I messaged it to them. But I started out with, "Hey, Angie," or I didn't call everybody Angie, you know that, but I would say their name. And this is, "I don't know about you," blah, blah, blah. And some people are writing back, "Yes, yes." Now I go to Facebook and I click the invite button. And now they're actually personally invited. So when I should, it's not even just personally, it's an actual relationship invitation, not just a Facebook button. You see the difference? It's pretty important that you guys see the difference there. And then if you don't track who you've invited, how will you know who's in the challenge? If you just go through and just click invite, it's not, I would rather you personally invite 10 people, have them join the challenge, and then do a challenge goals session and walk them through the challenge, than for you to hit that button 250 or 300 times. It just won't get you anywhere.
Hey, Craig.
Yeah.
Craig, thanks for clarifying that. Because that's what I was doing. For a minute, I thought you were saying we should invite them from that Facebook page with the message, but no. Because this is what I just did. I sent out about 50 of these today, just like this. And the ones who responded back, then I went and invited them on Facebook.
Right. That's the process. And then once they get in, they're gonna be in a queue waiting to join. Or if they were in the last challenge, they'll auto join. Then they're going to get that first unit, which is the welcome video, the questionnaire. So you guys want to be checking the questionnaire results, and that'll be in the Google Drive as well. And then the third is they're going to have the invitation to invite somebody. So anyway, so I just wanted to kind of go through that. Any questions about that? No.
I have a question regarding this spreadsheet, the Google Drive.
Yeah.
If we create a new one, will the questionnaires answers go to that new one, or is it going to go to, I'm more concerned about once they fill it out and I get the answers, that which spreadsheet is it going to go into?
Yeah. Those were all manually copied by me. Yeah. I don't want to do that anymore, but if I have to. That took a lot of time, because every time you had a questionnaire, I'd go fix it and I'd copy it to your sheet individually. And what I'd like to do is have you guys, you don't necessarily need to track all their information in your spreadsheet. You can just go to the answers in the questionnaire and sort by name. And while you're talking to them, you can just look at their information. You don't necessarily need it in your spreadsheet, as long as you have access to the questionnaire answers. That's going to save me 2 or 3 hours of work. So, and it's just not, I don't think that it's necessary. It's just not necessary. So, but I want to make sure you guys all have the Google Drive, which is the 28-day Google Drive link. And I'm going to put that in the, if you don't have it, ask. Because it turns out you can do something called a bookmark. or it's called a couple different things depending on which browser you use, but you can bookmark this page so you can find it easily. But that's the Google Drive folder. And when you go in there, these are, if you want to go into the Holiday 28, that's all the specific stuff that's like all the posts and the daily stuff and all that is in there. And we're going to have all the questionnaires. We're going to duplicate them again. We might change them up a little bit. And we're going to put a whole new set of questionnaires inside the Holiday 28 day. Actually, it's already in there. Holiday Healthy Self Questionnaire. And then the responses. So let me show you what this looks like here. And then we're just about done here. So basically the Holiday Healthy Self Questionnaire is there. This is the actual questionnaire and this is the responses. So if we go in here, oh, look at that. So these are the Amber's taking it, Kim, Sheila, Leanne, and Gina. So these are the people that have taken it. Who invited you? Well, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and sort this. So Dawn. Oh, look at that. So that means Dawn Carpenter. So Dawn's got a couple of people. I always like the spelling to be right. Anyway, that's a little of my OCD kicking in there. So Diane's got one. Dawn Carpenter wins the prize today. You get 5 extra hugs next time I see you. And anyway, those are the people that have actually, people that have joined the challenge have actually taken the questionnaire. So one more time, you guys want to see where to find that? I'll go slow. Okay. So you're going to go, so the Google Drive, if you click on that link I posted there in the chat, so you have to go to drive.google.com, but ultimately we want to get you to the 28-day Healthy Self Challenge. This is the same link that we had last time. Nothing changed. All I did is I added a new folder called Holiday. So if you were able to get to this folder before, there was a little thing here that says start here, challenge coaches, start here. This was a bunch of information about the drive, the questionnaires, the daily Facebook lives and videos. All these links are going to be updated. Maybe some of you never saw this stuff. How to invite people, social media marketing, weekly client check-in calls. This is pretty fun, huh? What to say when inviting people, new connection or candidates, 3 days prior to the challenge. Anyway, so this is a fun little document. But so this is the Google Drive, and then this is the specific information for this drive, and this will build as we go. Got it? No. Yes. Oh, Angie gave me a thumbs up. Thank you for the feedback. Oh, Amber, double thumbs up. Okay, so that was pretty much it. So we now know about the content. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Here, you guys watch Winnie the Pooh? Well, it's good. It's good stuff. Get some Winnie the Pooh if you don't have any. Or anyway, we watch a lot of that around here. So now you know about the challenge content and about how to invite people. And by the way, Monday, a week from today, will be day 1 of the new challenge. So that'll be fun stuff. And I am still offering the $28 matching scholarship for new clients, which turns out to be $56 with your $28. By the way, I haven't had anybody lighten my wallet yet. So it's just piling up. So please take some of this money. All right. So find some people that are close and that $56 towards their first month. Really that when I know many of you guys started program over the holidays and your life is different now. It's not like you started this cool diet one day back in November. You began the transformation process for you, and your life is so different. It just looks so different. I know you guys are nodding going, yep, it's different. And it's probably way more than you ever anticipated it being. So don't forget that. as you're talking to people. Because the people that you know, you're probably the only conduit for them to get a piece of what Optavia offers. That's me too. And so how am I handling that carefully, that someone's future, someone's dreams, someone's smiles, someone's health is being hindered by me not talking to them, or by me deciding I'm not going to post that before and after picture. I got other things to do. I'm busy today. And so you missed that one post. Patty said that I was posting a lot last year, and she saw one of those posts and said, I got to do something. And now Patty's here, and she's transformed her life, and she's not done, right? So this is what we're offering here, guys. I hope you guys get a taste of it. So that's all I got for you tonight. We will see you guys Friday. I've got a power hour at 10 a.m. for those of you who want to do a little blitz on Black Friday. And other than that, you know where to find me. If you guys have questions, please, please, please reach out. All right?
Okay.
Yes, Amber.
$28 is not just for new clients, or could this be for old and active clients coming back?
Yes. If they qualify for the dash, they qualify for the bonus. And the bash is before August 11th on up to December 11th. And for those of you that don't know that, 5 clients, new clients, is about $600. If you're a brand new coach, it's about $700 to bring on 5 clients between now and the 11th. 25 clients is $5,000. But it's not just dollars. It's a big stack of smiling hearts. It's a big stack of stories and people that their lives are going to start having more hope. They're going to wake up in the mornings and they're going to be looking forward to the day rather than dreading it. That's what it means. It means a lot of stuff. So, all right, you guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks to the new guys. Nice to see you, Anthony and Mark, and welcome, Joan. So glad to have you. You fit right in perfectly here. So good. All right, you guys, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.